I think I love you, so what am I so afraid of? Hmm. Okay, I don't want to look at the crisp stuff anymore. Come on. There we go.
Say there. That reminds me.
What now? What is it? Amazing. Fancy a bit of him? Want in on this? Just between us. Just between us. All very nice. Amazing. What is it? What now? All right then. Let's head there right away. right then. All right then.
Dude.
I love it. What am I gonna do? Eh? Close your eyes.
But come off it.
What now?
Come off it. Hey. Yep.
However,
Now, where was I?
All right, let's try it.
yes.
Hey, user. Hey, big country.
Just a sec.
So apparently. Well then.
Yes.
Hmm. Huh. Auto sprint. I didn't even know I had that on.
You've been spotted.
Oh, nice. I don't even have to fight those things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not happy about it, big country.
They've noticed us.
Not at all.
Amazing. Great moves back there.
Hey, good one.
I think we'll be okay if we made it this far. I knew you could do it.
Skill.
Let's keep moving.
We got this. Come on. Get ready, everyone.
Whoa, incredible.
What now?
Exemplary. Stand ready. Draw steel. We are spotted. Exemplary. We cannot avoid this fight. Stand ready.
We got this.
That was brilliant.
Not really.
That solves that.
Amazing. Great moves back there.
They're onto us.
All right, we did it!
Come on!
Get out!
Next, we'll be here in a little bit, by the way, guys. It'll be along.
Look at you!
Come on!
Draw steel. We are We cannot avoid this fight. Stand ready.
A step in the right direction.
We found something.
That's one thing that's going to be nice in this game. I don't have to waste my time on dumb fights that I'm way over leveled for. And I don't even have to expend resources on winning those fights. It's actually really nice. Even though I don't think the combat system itself is particularly stellar.
All right!
Stay present and focused.
Get ready!
Yeah.
Could do with this.
Hit their weak point!
I will
Keep it
fight.
up,
I won't hold back. Freeze!
You hit their weakness!
I stand
That's
ready.
your opening, Captain!
This should help.
Hulkenberg got them right in
Now,
their weak
what's the
spot.
play? I call upon royal power within. Hack and slash.
It's okay. I'll get some distance. I'm counting on you.
Observe the enemy.
Oh, damn it. I blew that. Let me restart. Didn't think that through.
Here.
Hit their weak point!
Let's
Keep
stay
it up.
calm.
Nice! You hit their weakness!
I've swapped.
That's your opening, Captain!
This should help.
Hulkenberg got them right
I
in their
can't
weak
afford to
spot.
hold back. Are you prepared?
It's okay. We can do this.
It's mostly just that right now, user error, because I don't have a job. There are a few other things I do. But, right now, there isn't a lot else I can do.
I'll show you the essence of truth.
I have a few things going on. Like, I got, you know, I got pets that I gotta take care of, right?
Freeze!
Is everyone all right? Nice. Shut up.
What's happened?
My strength! You've got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain!
I do?
Could do with this.
Hit their weak point!
I'll show you the essence.
Nice! You hit their weakness!
I stand
That's
ready.
your opening, Captain!
Comrades, lend me your strength.
All right, let's go.
Behold my power.
Now, what's the play? No holding back! Hack and slash! Tougher than I thought.
Alright, as long as I survive this turn, I'm good.
Both badly wounded.
Ooh,
Anyone help?
actually...
Hulkenberg's down.
Okay, I really did not need that to happen. That was really bad.
Help it back up.
I am no longer about to win. Getting double critted was, really, really brutal. Not anymore, user.
Someone get him back on his feet. Not like this.
Alright, I gotta retry. I don't want to lose the XP. I do some writing. I used to play... I played the piano a long time, but I didn't like it very much.
You hit their weak point.
It's
Keep
okay.
it up, Stroll.
We can do this. Come forth, royal soul. Freeze.
You hit their weakness.
I stand
That's
ready.
your opening, Captain.
Knight! I crush you!
Hulkenberg got them
I
right in
can't
the weak
afford to
spot.
hold back. After me! Not the right move. This calls for one of these.
Let's stay calm.
I'm not a musician. My brother's the musician.
Freeze. Ice. By the swan. Oh,
Knight! I'll destroy you! Audacity!
Got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain.
This should work.
You hit their weak point.
I'll
Keep
show
it
you
up,
the
Stroll.
freeze.
You hit their weakness.
Observe the enemy.
That's your opening, Captain.
This should help.
I owe you. I shall fight as the noble I am. Could do with this.
Let's need it.
Stroll.
It's okay.
They got you with multiple ailments.
Ice.
Hulkenberg,
I stand
your attack
ready.
power's dropped.
Let justice prevail. I crush you!
Hulkenberg got them right in the weak spot. Dodge. Nice.
Ooh, that was clutch.
Got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain.
I'll save this. Warrior! They die hard!
I will me. Freeze.
There we go. Perfect. Perfect.
That'll do.
I have never known such heights.
However,
Even so.
yes,
Right.
What do you think?
Say,
Oh,
There was a time where I tried to play guitar, but there is just too much. I can't do it. Too much that you have to think about, man.
all right. How's that?
yeah, nice work.
Hey, good one.
They found us. Oh, I think they see us.
Let's stash that somewhere safe.
I knew you could do it. They found us. Get ready, everyone. Yeah, nice work.
Yeah, I don't think I'm passionate enough about music to be into it like that.
Good one.
Just not me.
What now?
Yep.
Aggressive as ever.
So, is there nothing else I can do here? Hmm. No. No, it's not a broom. It's like a scepter. And I'm using it to cast magic. Because all these enemies are so weak compared to me that I don't even have to go into a full fight with them. It's basically just a way to save time and make grinding a little less annoying. Which is great. Even if the combat itself is very simplistic. Yeah, is there nothing else I can do here other than clear out a few more worms? Maybe.
Push through.
Yeah, nice work. They saw us. On your toes, everyone.
Oh, come on. Thank you.
Aggressive as ever. Exemplary.
Yeah, nice.
What now?
Watch out. We've been spotted.
Very impressive.
Draw steel. We are spotted.
Plenty for that.
I've heard of that game. I've heard of that game. I've never played it, but I am aware of its existence. Wait, so this is back to the city, right? Yeah. Oh, okay, that just refreshes everything. Alright. So I could keep grinding like this. I was hoping that there'd be somewhere new to go, though.
Oh, I think they see us.
That'll do it.
On your toes, everyone.
We've been spotted. On your guard.
Get out.
Very impressive.
I'm Mr. Frog. This is my show. I eat the bug. I ate the bug. This is the end. I love you.
Push through.
Useful, I say grab it.
Come on.
Hey, good one.
We cannot avoid this fight.
Our
All right.
usual tactics should work.
Let's do this. Warrior. I'll cut you down.
I will fight with pride. Fire!
You hit their weakness.
I snipe.
That's your opening, Captain.
I crush you. Worthy foe after
In the
all.
name, I call upon royal power within.
And that's that. Victory's ours.
I think I'm getting used to this.
Hmm?
Amazing. Great moves back there.
Push through.
Yeah, nice.
So let me see here. Yeah, I mean, you're just inching your way there, man. Hey, right guy. Oh, shit. I didn't see you before.
They found us.
Exemplary.
I knew you could do it. Amazing. Great moves back there.
Impressive as ever.
Very impressive.
Impressive as ever.
I admit, it feels good to get stronger.
I knew you could do it.
What now?
Draw steel. We are
I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while. I think that's all of them.
Hey, good one.
Now, what is up with that thing? I need to figure out what's going on there.
Yep.
Here we go.
We're here to stop you.
Burn!
I can't
No.
afford. Are you prepared? I'll cut you down.
Oh my god.
Step up.
It's got some high defense.
Shatter.
Oh, shit. Oh my god.
I.
Will your take?
Yeah, no. We're not doing that.
I think they see us.
No!
Brace yourselves.
Crap.
Your Highness.
Yeah, we gonna die.
Captain's down?
So this
Forgive me.
is where it ends.
I haven't read it, but I know what happens in end-user error. That's something that kind of I think everybody is familiar with, but I haven't actually read it.
They found us. Get ready, everyone.
Very impressive. What now?
Man, there's like nothing in this place. I thought this was going to be like Mementos. But you can't even really grind all that well here because the enemies are really weak.
Exemplary.
You can do a little bit, but it's not costing me any resources. Which is good, but...
Are your guys, everyone?
That was brilliant.
Let me take a look here. Well, there's a lot of stuff like that, user error. It's called media literacy, right? That's the meme.
This is bad.
Sulk.
Come on to us.
Impressive as ever.
Good one.
Media... Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Very impressive.
Media literacy is basically this meme where people end up liking or appreciating some form of media in a way that the author did not intend according to, like, English majors. Or the author himself in some cases, I guess. Like, the ultimate example would be Frank Herbert in Dune, who really, really wanted everybody to understand that he was trying to make Paul to be the bad guy, and he was going on, like, a dark path that he ultimately wasn't able to correct in time. And then all of his readers just thought Paul was awesome. So then in the Dune sequel, he tried to make it really obvious that Paul was supposed to be the bad guy. And his readers were still like, no, Paul's fucking awesome. So then he was like, well, fuck it, I guess. Then he just decided to roll with it for the rest of the franchise. Another great example. What's the name of the dude who wrote Watchmen? Alan Moore? He gets really upset when people lionize Rorschach. He thinks that, Rorschach is supposed to be a bad guy. He's supposed to be a bad person. And it annoys him that he's become such a hero to a lot of people.
Nice work.
What now?
There's Starship Troopers. Some people argue that you're supposed to sympathize with the bugs. And you're not supposed to root for the humans, which I think is silly, but whatever. Okay,
On your toes, everyone.
Draw steel.
Amazing. Great moves out there. I knew you could do it.
All right, I'm in now.
Oh, hey, Snacks, what's up?
Much.
So, did you like the story?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Literally, the moment I saw the title, I was like, "Oh man, I should make a Shrigma Mail rock story." And then you already had, and that's what this was about. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I turned myself into a fungi Masato! Boom! Big reveal.
I knew you could do it.
He turned himself into a mushroom, Ritsuko. Funniest thing I've ever seen.
So, how was your day?
It's all right. Did you see? It's been all over Twitter. The woman's basketball player from Georgetown that got killed by police. The body cam footage came out.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Holy fuck, bro. Bro, I would not want to be a cop. Like, legit charged by the closest thing to a silverback that you could probably get from a human being. 6.5 feet tall and over 300 pounds.
Yeah.
She's coming at you with a knife. Holy fuck.
Was she, like, on PCP or something? Because she took a lot of bullets before going down.
Well, that's the thing, is we would have to wait for some kind of toxicology report, but the honest truth is that you may remember that I've said, if you want to disable somebody, you should aim for the hip joint
Mm-hmm.
and shoot that. The reason for that is because human beings are capable, with the adrenaline flowing through your veins, anything other than a shot that destroys the brainstem, you can still keep going. You could take a bullet in the dome, and if it doesn't destroy the brainstem, even if it destroys other parts of your brain matter, you can still keep going. And that doesn't require drugs, although drugs makes it crazier, and there's a ton of stories about, because like the Taliban used a ton of angel dust with their guys. There's a ton of stories from U.S. servicemen over the last 20 years who were like, yeah, I dumped half a mag from my M16 into this guy's torso, and he kept fucking coming at me. It's like, holy shit. But, yeah, just the size and the fact that he's just firing this little fucking 9mm at her. Finally, she goes down, but like, holy shit.
Because at first, I thought he was just a really bad shot.
Oh, man, he put a lot of those rounds home. And that's what's wild, man, is like, you sit there and you wonder, why the fuck did this happen? Legitimately. He's not there to arrest her, he was performing a wellness check. So, maybe she was on some kind of crazy drugs because, it would logically conclude that, there was the need for the wellness check in the first place. People are like, hey, what's going on? I haven't seen her in a couple days.
That's the only
But,
thing that makes
man.
any sense to me.
That is just insane. It's horrifying, man.
Yep.
Ah.
They've noticed us. Impressive as ever.
Amazing! Great moves back there.
That was brilliant.
Hey, great job!
That's God realizing that a Cleveland team had made it too deep into the playoffs and they needed to do something about it.
Just say it again. I didn't.
That's
I only heard
God.
half of it.
No, I said that's God realizing that Cleveland has made it too far in a postseason and doing something about it. I just sent you a tweet.
Let me see here. Well, no, you can't. That should be the infield fly rule. Because it's literally an infield fly, and that's a double play. Or rather, catching the fly is just an automatic out, and that's the point for the infield fly, is that if you drop it, you would force the double play, which isn't allowed. Why did that not get called the infield fly rule?
Huh. I didn't even think about that.
So that's why I'm sitting there thinking, because I mean, yeah, there was no actual threat of them achieving the double play there, but it doesn't matter. Even if he drops it, judge is still out, and the runners aren't allowed to advance. So I think that might be why the guy said, I think the MLB is rigged it for the Yankees, because, like, wow.
Yeah, I didn't even really think about that part of it.
Yes, it should have been Detroit. Tigers got fucked. But yeah, we're definitely getting a Dodgers Yankees World Series. It's probably it will do very well in the ratings. However, it will be one of the least remembered and most hated World Series of all time.
Don't count out the Padres. They did win the other day.
What?
I think the Padres took a game off the I'm sorry, not the Padres, the Mets. Don't count out the Mets.
All right. If the Mets win, then I would expect it to be Mets Yankees, which then it wouldn't be good for ratings. It would actually just be the worst World Series of all time. No one would care.
Yeah, Subway Series, just what the doctor did not order.
Exactly. Yeah, the series is tied 1-1 at the Dodgers Mets, and the next two games are in New York.
Although people really need to stop pretending like the Mets are some kind of Cinderella team. They have the highest payroll in the league.
We've been spotted.
Okay, apparently the infield fly rule only activates if there are runners on first and second.
Oh.
Draw steel.
Because there were runners at the corners, it doesn't count, which is insanely fucking stupid to me. Because the premise behind it is exactly the same as long as there's a runner on first. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of people are similarly like, what the hell? How did those bums beat us? Holy shit. Welcome to being a fan of literally any team that loses the playoff series ever. All you will see is the team that beats you making mistake after mistake, and you're like, why couldn't we have fucking played these guys? Because let me tell you, man, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that the Wolves stink or anything. They definitely deserve to win against the Nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
But watching the Nuggets play, like in those games that they lost, you know, on the one hand, you're like, wow, Rudy Gobert is making shots that he's never made in his life before, and he'll never make in his life after. This is just fate, apparently. And other times I'm watching him make horrific mistakes, and I'm like, why the fuck can we got this team in the finals? Like,
Mm-hmm.
ugh. You hate to see it.
That's how sports goes, I guess.
Exactly. You know?
We've scattered them.
I mean, anytime I watch the Bills just absolutely fucking shit the bed, sit there and think, why couldn't we have played this Bills team ever? We haven't beat them in 2 years, and they killed our quarterback. Literally, to his dead. It was bad, man.
Speaking of which, last night's game was pretty interesting. I don't know if you had a chance to see any of it.
You mean Bills Jets?
Yeah.
Man, I was watching pieces of it while I was at work, but like, man, fuck the Jets, bro. How do they fuck that up?
You know what New York City's horizon would look like right now? If Tyler Bass and Greg Zerline were flying the planes on 9/11?
I can take a guess.
Mm-hmm. That was one of the worst kicks I've ever seen. The one that the Bills kicker on the extra point.
Yeah.
That looked like something like some random dude off the street would do.
We've been spotted. On your guard.
Exemplary.
Watch out. We've been spotted.
Our foes have fallen. We are safe for the time being.
I try to find a clip of it on YouTube, but literally when I search Bills kicker missed extra point, there are so many fucking videos of exactly that happening that were not this instance. Holy shit.
Let's see here. Let me try to find it. I found a short, but it kind of cuts off most of the kick. It's stupid. We're missing the important part.
Breaking news from the NFL. Buffalo Bills kicker Tyler Bass.
You can kind of see it here, but it's still really small.
What now?
On your toes, everyone.
I've seen better kicks than that in high school. I need to bring up college.
Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers went on the Pat McAfee show today and straight up said that on his game-losing interception, the receiver ran the wrong route. And like, god damn, man, how many other quarterbacks in NFL history would just come out and say that about their teammate in that circumstance? It's like, not many of them.
That's hilarious, though.
And now Devontae Adams got traded to the Jets. He's going to fix all their problems.
It ought to be safe now.
I thought their problems were kicking.
That's the joke. That's the joke.
Exactly. You suck, McVay.
Great moves back there.
You know how men always leave the toilet seat up?
Impressive as ever.
Exemplary.
You've been spotted. On your guard.
Victory is ours, and safety hard won.
I wonder if we'll ever see the full double doink of like hitting one post and then bouncing it right to the other post. And then it hits the crossbar, like the triple doink. I wonder if that's even possible.
Well, I remember that tweet that you sent me talking about the Jets kicker during the game.
Mm-hmm.
And if he likes polls that much, he may be the first guy.
That was brilliant.
Yeah. For the record, that was not a hacked ESPN reporter account. That's somebody who pretends to be an ESPN reporter and tweets nonsense like that a lot.
Well, yeah, obviously, because if that was real, then people would be talking about, holy shit, this ESPN guy got fired for the most base post of all.
I think we're in the clear. What now? That was brilliant.
Great job.
Such skill.
That was brilliant.
Exemplary.
Very impressive.
We're shaking them. It ought to be safe.
Yep. Oh, I think they see us.
That was brilliant.
There was a quadruple doink in college? I've never seen that.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, not all of those doinks were the actual goalpost. First three was first it bounced off the long snapper's ass, then it hit the kicker in the helmet, and it bounced off of the kicker's helmet, straight at a defender who was trying to block the kick but was just flummoxed at what the hell he'd seen, and he accidentally tapped it towards the post. Then it banked off the left upright and in.
This is bad.
And in no way was allowed to count, but it was very cool.
Yeah, for real.
You know what bit of lingo I feel like died? Bussin'. I don't see anybody say they're bussin' anymore.
Yeah, because that's it was a word that got it was considered so hilarious to non-Zoomers that they adopted it. So it killed the whole thing, you know.
Like, people are still saying Giat, people still say Ohio or On God or whatever, but nobody says bussin' anymore, I feel like.
Yeah, I practically feel like Riz is eternal, but Bustin's out. The only people who say it are mostly like mid to late 30s millennials who are just really holding on to, trying to seem young and hip because they're on the verge of a midlife crisis and it's killing them.
Right.
Nice. I feel stronger already.
Yep.
What now?
One second. Yeah, I've never seen that before. That's amazing. I'm going to send that to Snacks now. And, yeah, I do believe Kingdom Hearts is on Steam.
I'll look it up.
But yeah, I just sent you the link of the quadruple doink.
This is bad. They're onto us.
Alright, I'll check it out. Oh.
Yeah, didn't Kai Cenat come up with Riz? Wasn't, like, he, like, the originator for Riz?
Very impressive.
So that makes sense, right?
Impressive as ever.
Aw.
They saw us.
Yeah, nice work.
Exemplary. Was that the end then? We've cleared the way.
Amazing.
Take this! Draw steel.
Nice. Your game is stressful.
I think we're in the clear.
They see us. They found us.
I can feel the power coursing through me.
Oh wow.
Let's take it with us.
It happened exactly the way I described it.
Amazing. Great.
What now?
Mhm. Mhm.
saw us. Hey, good one.
Amazing! Great moves back there.
Hey, that hurts, idiot.
You could do it.
It doesn't make any sense to me that mid is bad. Like, everybody uses mid to mean, like, kind of bad. That doesn't make sense. Mid is supposed to be, like, mediocre, in the middle, average. That's how words work. Everybody uses mid to describe somebody who's bad.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's chimpanzee mode stuff.
We've been spotted.
Pretty annoying.
Where does glazing come from? That seems like another bit of Zoomer lingo that's not going to go away. Glazing?
Great moves back there.
I'm not sure who came up with it, but at least it's less annoying.
Mhm.
You could do it. I think they see us.
I can feel my power growing.
Too bad. Nice work. No.
Is that the end then? We've cleared the way.
Hey, good one. On your guard.
Yep.
Victory is ours.
Alright, how's that?
What now?
I saw that, Big Country. I mean, no, George Pickens called Amon-Ra St. Brown a slot merchant on a podcast or something.
Man, that would have been really funny if he'd mispronounced it.
Watch out.
Pretty hard to mispronounce slot to happy.
To grow.
That's a stretch.
Now, where was I? Ah, how good of you to come.
Miss Masato, the other kids at school found your OnlyFans. My life is ruined.
What now? Please, do make yourselves comfortable.
That is not good. Alright, I guess that's all we're gonna do here for today.
But you'll come again, won't you? No then.
Well, I guess I'll keep going until the ad break.
Tweet from Dr. Based. The most you should spend on a date is 200
I saw that.
minus
I saw
the girlfriend.
that.
That was amazing.
Amazing! Great moves back there.
Uh-uh.
Is that the end then? We've cleared the way.
Remember when forcing all cops to wear body cams was going to expose how racist and terrible they were?
They saw us.
Oh, bro.
Looks like we're safe for now.
How's that?
Is that the end then? We've cleared the way.
Looks like we're safe for now.
Push through.
Impressive as ever.
How's that?
Good one.
I knew you could do it.
That was brilliant.
All right, we did it.
This is bad. They're onto us.
Impressive as ever.
They saw us. On your toes, everyone.
Did you hear the Trump quote about football from earlier today when he was on the podcast?
No.
He was basically talking about how when he was younger he'd play football. He said he didn't like it very much because the quote was something like, you'll have to look it up to know exactly what he said, but he said something like, you never knew when some kid from a bad neighborhood was going to come and tackle you.
That's hysterical.
I don't know. I'm not sure what he meant by it 100%, but it was pretty funny.
Oh, man. See, a lot of people would, of course, assume that he means, he's obviously talking about black people. But, like, think about when Trump was growing up, when he would have had the opportunity to play football. Aside from the fact that his father was rich, do you think he would even have the possibility to have been at the same school as a single black?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's wild.
All right, I just sent a tweet to you. Oh.
Yeah, nice work.
Hey, good one.
All right, we did it. Amazing. Great moves back there.
We cannot avoid this fight. Stand ready.
Amazing. Great moves back there. I knew you could do it.
And there are people out there who are like saying, oh yeah, Donald Trump never played football. Like, do you know how low the bar for entry is on like a division, on some football programs? Like, it really doesn't mean that much.
Yeah, not only that, but I haven't listened to the quote yet, but I mean, did he even say that he played ball when he was in school? Or did he just say that he was playing football? Because it's like, dude, do you have any idea how many thousands of games of football I've played in my life that was just a pickup game between friends and like your neighbors?
I mean, I seriously doubt Donald Trump participated in that. But,
Well, yeah, but like, if he was just at school, you know, like they could easily for gym class one day, they just say, okay, kids, we're playing football.
Yeah, he didn't really specify what he meant by that he played football, but he did say he played tight end. So it wasn't just like, you know...
You know, it wasn't at Penn State.
Well, where did Trump go to college? What was his,
Looks like they found us.
It was,
I
shit.
want to say, for some reason, Dartmouth
Okay.
leaps out at me.
UPenn. Yeah, it's probably a very low bar for entry to get to play football in UPenn. You just need to know the rules.
Why am I thinking of Dartmouth? And does one of his kids go there?
Yeah, nice work.
Good one.
No, looks like they found us.
I got nothing.
If you see a use for it, I say take it with you.
How's that? Great job. Looks like they found us. Get ready, everyone.
Oh, they saw us.
Impressive as ever.
Very impressive.
So Tom Brady is now a part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, which means he will not be allowed to really interact with other teams in any meaningful way because he's now associated with the Raiders, which means as an announcer, he's going to go from bad to worse because he can't even get any inside information from these teams that he'll be announcing games for. Lovely.
Right.
Where have all the announcers gone, man? They all suck now.
Or real.
Right now.
Alright, I'll be right back, guys. I got to move my laundry around a little bit. Be right back. Okay, we are back. Welcome back, everybody.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I watched that thing. He made it just sound like when he said from a bad neighborhood. Because it comes right after he says a guy that was lifting weights all day long. Come from a bad neighborhood just means he's got a lot of experience in being violent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because exactly like I said, what fucking odds are there that Trump would have gone to high school that had a single black kid in the class, or even before affirmative action when he was in his early days in college. And this is back when Pennsylvania might have had one black person living in the entire state of Pennsylvania, and it was Joe Frazier. But
Yeah, I remember Gavin McInnes used to talk about this sometimes. He said, Donald Trump is probably less racist than the average person in his position because a vast majority of his interactions with the black people in his life have been positive.
Yeah.
Because he's rich.
Yes. So the vast majority of black people that he's even met in his life had some kind of reason to ingratiate themselves towards him. Whether they were similarly rich and they were trying to engage in a business partnership with him, or because they were working for him and wanted to keep working for him,
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that he has no experience with the scum of society. He does, but he's not going to personally interact with them, and he's certainly not going to end up being a victim at their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like so many of the rest of us who don't like them. There's a good reason for that. Anyway, but as I was watching the thing, I was reading in the comments, a lot of people were surprised that he played football, and I'm all like, really? So I just DM'd you this video clip, and I'm all like, you really think that he's never played football before, and he fucking pulled that shit off?
Yeah, Austin, especially with the way the early vote's going in Virginia right now. Kamala may win Virginia by 2 or 3 points with the way this is going, and that's definitely a swing state. I mean, Hillary won it by 5.5, I think.
Yeah.
So
If Virginia's that close, Trump wins in a landslide. So.
Oh yeah. Now we're gonna have to wait until tomorrow to see the early vote numbers from Georgia, but almost every state has been a disaster for Democrats in terms of the early vote. The one exception is Michigan's been okay.
True.
Guess we're splitting up.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I've been paying attention to Minnesota, but so Nate Silver's model had Harris as a 0.3% favorite this morning. So today's probably the last day she's going to be favored in his model. Tomorrow it probably flips, and it stays flipped. The only question is how big will the margin be by the time we get to election day.
I think it's going to rhyme with landslide.
In Silver's model, probably not. A Silver's model is constructed specifically so it's impossible for it to flip quickly. Everything happens slowly. It's like Paulie in Goodfellas. It moves slow.
This place.
That's pretty good. As opposed to, of course, Paulie in The Sopranos, who moves very, very fast.
Non-stop ass rape.
Exactly.
Hey, listen. Hey,
Hello there. Now then. Now then.
If he gets to 312, then I think the next state that could fall would be Minnesota. I think that would be like the next up the line. And then probably like New Mexico, I guess, or New Hampshire. You're starting to really push it, but you know, it's not beyond the realm of possibility. Did anyone see Kamala's tweet about black men? You mean like all the ideas she has to appeal to them or whatever? I did see that, yeah. I did not know that a higher percentage of black people had held crypto than the overall population. I did not think that crypto would be something that appealed to black people in particular. That's interesting to me. Oh yeah, you're probably right, Austin. You're probably right. KFC isn't even the chicken restaurant that people like anymore, right, guy? Like, KFC is considered bottom tier for chicken fast food, I think. Like, I think everybody likes Popeyes more, Chick-fil-A more. Am I wrong?
This is on sale, right?
Now then.
I think Bojangles is a chicken restaurant, right? That's probably more popular, too.
Popeyes sucks ass. I fucking hate Popeyes.
Really?
Anytime my dad's like, "We're eating fried chicken today," I'm like, "Please fucking tell me it's not Popeyes." It usually is.
The chicken sandwich is legit.
And what is it you...
Yes, yes, it is.
I don't think I've ever had Popeye's regular chicken, like, you know, legs and thighs. It's always been either the sandwich or the tenders.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
This is the pit. I just can't stop.
What you need?
All right, then.
You're not serious.
Ugh.
What's happened? What's happened?
Why is it not fair?
Why does this happen? Oh there.
Can we talk?
Thanks. Why did this happen?
I got low price.
God said to Noah, load up your Arky.
Got a special... to handle this. How to handle this.
Blimey. Oh.
No. No.
You there?
Can we talk?
You there?
Can we talk?
The bike.
No. That reminds me.
All right, then.
Go.
We did it. All right.
Very nice. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what the early vote looks like in Minnesota before we say anything about its ability to swing. I do think that it's a delicate balance they have over there.
Amazing. That reminds me. Really? That reminds me.
Although,
I'm still here.
okay, I was worried there for a second.
Mm-hmm. What fast food chicken do you like then?
It's really tough because I really don't like a lot of the fast food chickens. Um, however, any grocery store out there pretty much always has like a deli section where they sell fried chicken, and those are usually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But I would even prefer Walmart's fried chicken
Hmm.
that they have at the Walmart deli to Popeyes. Popeyes is just so bad. You're right that the chicken sandwich is really good, but I'm like, man,
Just get like 3 chicken sandwiches and call it good. 1 second, let me go get my phone.
it's 2007 and you're finally getting a game. Dude, I wish it only $49 when I got mine. But no regrets. I love that shit. It was good times.
Yeah, see, I would never have thought that you could have gotten a GameCube brand new from a warehouse store like that for $49 because Nintendo famously never drops prices on anything. So I'm actually surprised that ever actually happened. Like, Nintendo games, first-party Nintendo games from like 6 years ago are still like $50 or $60. It's out of pocket.
Thanks a bunch.
You would probably think so, Austin. But there could be something going on there that isn't being captured well by polling because of the hurricane.
You said poll. Ha ha ha. You got him.
Oh shit. Decision Desk just flipped their model to Trump. I think they just flipped Wisconsin, and that's enough. He's now favored by Decision Desk. Trump is expected to visit a Pennsylvania McDonald's on Sunday and work the fry cooker.
Neat. I hope they let him have some of the food.
Soon as games hit
It's like,
89 to 90 cat, I just wait for sale now. Very few games get my full money. It's pretty rare for me too.
yeah, I haven't bought a game in a long time that wasn't on sale.
Mhm.
Let me tell you something else, man. It's part of the gay fucking model of charging stuff where they're like, oh, we want to offer a subscription model, so blah blah blah. But
No.
sometimes, like for a Paradox game, when the DLCs are a couple of $100 because there's so many of them, an $8 a month subscription, if you only get a Jones in once every couple of months and you play for like a couple of weeks, and then you're like, all right, I'm good for a while. It's way better. Like, I've had a Hearts of Iron 4 subscription for 3 months now. It's $8, so $24. And all the DLCs that I don't have, if I bought them all right now, it'd be like $250. So in my view, I'm like, I saved $225.
Well, Austin, you kind of have to have early voting now because there are so many people. Like, imagine if a state didn't have any early voting at all and you could only vote on election day, how long the lines would be. So, like, you have to have some. Maybe when the population was a lot lower, it was possible to only do election day voting. I could see that, but, like, now it's almost impossible.
What? Obviously.
Worry not. Hang on.
Stop. I'm sorry. Yes. Yes. Wait. Taking that into account.
Well then,
Yeah. Hey, so.
no.
Thank you.
He. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you mentioned that, Austin. I think that sounds familiar.
Of course I'd like you to come, but
Very nice. Mm. Secret room.
Okay, I've got the Kingdom Hearts thing on my wish list because, just like we were just saying, I'm not gonna spend $50 to get like this. I played that shit when I was a fucking kid. Like, came out in what, like 2003, maybe?
2002. Can I just say something, though? I am genuinely shocked you
Yeah.
like that game.
I haven't played it since it came out. I never played this in anyone other than the first one. So I was just like, I wonder if I would still enjoy it.
It's a tough one,
Bad.
right? Like
Oh,
the camera angle, the camera really is not aged well. Like that camera is hard to deal with, but I don't think the game's bad. I want to be clear. I think the game's actually good. It's just not. I'm very confident the reason why it means so much to some people and some people like it so much is because they played it when they were like 10 years old and it was an
yeah.
important game for them in their childhoods.
Which is fair enough. And of course, I would not have that connection because even though I played it when I was young, I had fun and everything. But I don't know if you remember from my stories, but I personally did not own a PS2.
Right.
All my friends did. So if I played the game, it was with them at their house. Now I was the only one that had a GameCube, so
Hmm.
funny though is that even though I was the only one that had the GameCube, I never bought Super Smash Brothers because all my friends had it, even though they only played it on my GameCube.
what is amazing? What now?
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, we're gonna make
Not
red
only that,
grass roasted badoo. Okay, go
what?
ahead. No, in the game, we're making a red grass roast.
Oh, right.
Sounds awful.
Okay, I have three choices here. I can choose to make it spicy, I can stick to the recipe, or I can just let the Tinkerbell decide what to do.
Ask the Tinkerbell what she wants to do, and then do whichever one she didn't pick in defiance. If that's not an option, then just stick to the recipe.
No.
Exactly.
No, Right Guy, he did not. Snacks did not go to the Coachella rally.
Yeah, but I mean, of course you guys don't because you don't know where I live, but I would have had to drive for hours to get to Coachella. I'm not going to fucking do that. Not only that, you guys don't know this because, you're not from California, you wouldn't know. But even though Coachella is very famous and popular because of the music shit that they do there, Coachella is in the desert. The literal, no bullshit, I'm not exaggerating, it is actually in the desert. You know how hot it was at that rally? It was 112 degrees. It's October. Why would I go? Oh yeah, 112 degrees in October. I'm gonna drive for fucking 4 or 5 hours to fucking get there. No.
Why, that's
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now, having said that, I know a couple of people who did go, but like no one offered to take me or give me a free ticket or anything. So fuck it, why would I go?
No.
Say there. That reminds me. That reminds me. Really?
All right.
I just DM'd you a couple of things.
All right, I'll check them out in a second. Yeah, 2002. It's a 22-year-old game, and they're charging $50 for it on Steam.
Yeah, what a joke.
What the fuck? It don't make any goddamn sense.
Go.
Hey, Flyhawks.
What?
Whiter than usual for Georgia? Oh hell, that's amazing news.
10%. Now, it's just one day. It could easily revert over the next week or so, but it also could not.
Back again.
Yeah, that's sure is something.
Yes. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brigitte. I run this shop and manage trade of magic igniters. This is your first time in Grand Trad, you mentioned. Then, what do you think of magic igniters?
They're a thing that exists. That's a weird question to ask, I think. It's like, what do you think of wheat toast?
I suppose they make some things easier?
Aha! Situationally easier, but not broadly useful, eh? You have a good grasp of it then. Alright, next. Are you good at keeping secrets?
I'm afraid that's a secret.
Are you trying to be funny? At least you're not short on nerve. Then, I have one last question. Do you believe in God?
Not the one everyone else does. I have my own beliefs.
In other words, not the god of sanctism. Well, that's enough for me. Yes, I think there's potential in you. I'd like to ask you to handle an extermination mission. You're fit for the task. The fact is, our trade route for Ignitus has been, shall we say, compromised. A local monster's apparently made the place its feeding grounds. Evidence suggests its actual nest is near the place I personally checked out. I want you to go there, find it, and exterminate it.
Wait, hold on just a moment. You're asking us to handle something so important? Is that even okay?
I'm asking you precisely because it's so important. There are reasons I'd rather not bring this to the guard. I usually prefer discretion with these sorts of things anyway. Especially with groups like them. But if Grius trusts you, then I certainly can.
How are you connected with Grius?
I hardly think that there's discussion right now.
What do you think?
The early voting is overperforming 2020 numbers. More bad news for Trump.
Compensated, of course, and generously.
Like,
There's also the option of discounts on my stock. If
And you saw
there
the
was just
reply
a
to that
massive
tweet, right?
fucking.
additionally,
Yes, not only the reply to that tweet, but it's all like, how do you genuinely sit there and think that that shit is true when you're talking about a state that was devastated by the fucking hurricanes that happened a week ago?
there's even treasure to be found at the monster nest.
Right.
I'd say
There's probably people who are like, I couldn't fucking wait to vote for Trump. My God.
I hope you've no objections to the job.
Understood.
Thank you. You're bound for Belega Corridor. It's only a short distance away from here.
This one's important.
It's here. Just think of the goodies that might be hiding inside. And right there's a labyrinth. Let's see here.
If you don't have a way there, I'll lend you my carriage. Not the kind of trip you'll want to make on foot. You can leave the city through the large gate south of the central street.
Funnier.
Way out there now.
Early black voter turnout down 10% in the state of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
When they're heavily dependent on the black vote to win in this election, to the point where they trotted out fucking Obama to admonish black men. How dare you not be as excited about Kamal as you were for me? And so, like, hey, dipshit, they weren't excited for you either.
Yeah. He had to put a hold on his HIV treatment to go out and give that speech.
All right then.
Yeah, for real. Buddy Judge gave him the fucking AIDS. That was so based. You live in the best timeline.
Let's go.
What is it? Amazing. Fancy a bit of info. Want in on this? Just between us.
And two,
Hey,
that's really surprising.
I'm sorry, what?
There's also less women in the early vote than last time too, which is really surprising.
Hmm.
Because they're also trying to make this election about abortion, and it's all like, and you got less women to show up. Good job.
Yeah, and obviously that has plenty of time to change, but you don't want to catch up. You want to avoid playing catch up as much as possible.
Yeah.
Hmm.
what now? What is it? What now?
Eloquence, maybe.
What now? All right then.
Let's go.
The mature woman's toe cheese.
Hey, listen.
How old was Asuka supposed to be in Evangelion?
14.
That will be quite enough.
Okay. The toe cheese of mature 14-year-old. That's what that shit felt like when I was listening to it. Because he's calling Masato mature, and I'm all like, look, relative to Shinji, sure, but like, Masato. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I need a moment of your time. It's gonna be tough. Happy to hear that.
Mm.
Take care.
All right. Well then.
It's time. Say there.
What is it? Oh, I am grateful. What is it?
I mean, kind of, Austin. I mean, the other day I saw Karl Rove in Pennsylvania campaigning for Kamala, which... I mean, not that Karl Rove is somebody who matters anymore anyway, but it's disappointing. Like, they think they can advocate for Kamala and still be considered Republicans on some level. No, absolutely not.
See, what's more concerning is it's not just that they're completely obliterating their own reputation as alleged conservatives,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not helping the people that they're campaigning for either. Like, I know that there are actually genuine dumbasses who sit there and think, oh, wow, Kamala got endorsed by Dick Cheney. Look at that. He put country over party. And all that kind of shit. It's like, no, you were talking about literal war criminals, literal scum of the earth pieces of shit, bad guys who caused irreparable damage to the country and were looked at as some of the biggest monsters of the last half century. And suddenly, after you spent decades of your life hating them, they endorse your guy, and instead of cocking an eyebrow, you say, sweet! Like, You remember when you were telling me that Mitt Romney said that he voted for, like, he wrote in his wife
Yeah, he did.
on the
He said
ballot?
he did.
Right. If he came out and said, like, if he was hemming and hawing about it and shit, and said that he voted for Trump, I could understand it because he's a Republican, he's just voting for the Republican, whatever. You know, if he says he's got to hold his nose to do it, fine. But if he suddenly came out and was enthusiastically supporting Trump, I'd be like, something's not right here.
Mm-hmm.
You got to ask that question when you know that someone is completely in the tank as being just a complete fucking lunatic and irredeemable piece of shit, and then all of a sudden they're turning around and supporting your position. Maybe you don't need to re-examine your position, but at the very least, you need to take a very close look at what's going on. You know, something happened here.
Mm-hmm.
And if there hasn't been any major change in Dick Cheney's life for this kind of shit, well, then the only thing you can do is conclude that maybe this Kamala Harris person's actually bad for the country.
Can we talk?
Thanks.
Like, if you don't want to support Trump, that's fine. But if you're actually voting for Kamala, I'm sorry, you can't be part of the party anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
So, like, I don't know what happens.
Maybe voting for Biden was defensible because he was supposed to be a moderate, but not, Kamala. That's a completely different picture.
Right. So I'm sitting here like, what's the end game here? Because in a couple of days, when Trump wins, you can never go back.
Mm-hmm.
Because after this election's over, you can't keep jumping on Team Democrat because they'll hate you forever. You're a convenient ally now, so they'll just ignore it. But imagine a couple of months from now if Karl Rove showed up on MSNBC. How many viewers would be like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to hear what he's got to say?
Oh there.
What the fuck? Yeah. And, exactly like what started this conversation, you can never go back now. You can't be like, well, I know I supported Kamala, but, we're all Republicans at the end of the day. Let's blah, blah, blah. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like John Kasich
Like,
isn't endorsing Kamala. He might vote for her. I don't think that he will, but...
Yeah, like, I don't know if you've seen the absolutely cooked reasoning that Groypers have for supporting Kamala right now.
I've seen it. I at least I've seen what Nick Fuentes said.
All right.
I did, yeah.
Which is that if you vote for Kamala now, it'll make things bad enough to where in 4 years we'll actually get our Hitler, Weimar conditions and blah blah blah.
Right.
And so, like, that is insanely fucking stupid because they're not going to let that happen. And you're talking about the people who want to increase control and take away the ability to make something like that happen. And you just want to give them 4 more years in control of the government. Why would anyone be that stupid? But it's the exact same kind of holy shit you're coping like I've never seen. The same people who were Democrats who were like, yeah, Karl Rove's on our side. Like, how do you guys not just think about this for 2 seconds and realize that there's something very wrong here?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. Holy shit. That is absolutely crazy. I'm looking more into the tweet that was talking about the racial demographic breakdown of the Georgia early voting thing, which is what Red Eagle was responding to in the first place.
Right.
Holy shit, there's, like, not only way less black people, but so many more white people.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, hey guys, take a wild pick what this one's gonna be. Good heavens.
Yeah, Nate Silver had a article on his website or his blog today talking about how Kamala needs to go on Joe Rogan to try to, like, find some way to connect with a new set of voters, because, like, she's not... Like, in the old days, the way he put it was, you know, not that long ago, the Democrat Party was like the island of misfit toys, where weird people, you know, people that were weird or atypical would all kind of congregate.
Yeah.
And that's starting to really not happen. So he's like, look, you got to go appeal to those weirdos that listen to the Joe Rogan podcast. Like, you got to try, because it's slipping away from you really quickly here.
Nevertheless,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
oh my.
All right.
Mhm.
Well then.
It would seem that disaster was averted.
Karl Rove is genuinely the mastermind as to why we got 2 George Bush terms.
Today's Forden's big
Like, he actually cooked up a way to make George Bush acting like an idiot in public seem endearing, and it worked.
Wonder what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
So it really is His Majesty.
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are.
I'm not saying what I just sent you is definitive, but it is interesting.
Even me, if, and this is a big if, you
Alright, just
are
a
the
second.
person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me in charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs.
Fuck.
Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock.
I tried to open Discord on my phone, and it's just not letting me click on your message for some reason.
Huh.
So I had to restart the app, and now it's fine. So I took today's raw Georgia EV data by county and weighted it by 20% just to project blah blah blah. This is assuming only today's totals and that each county votes the same this cycle as in 2020, and Trump wins pretty big. Like you said, it doesn't particularly mean or guarantee anything. However, it's not only a very strong good thing to consider, but this is something that the pollster wouldn't consider. However, you and I would, because we know that it was the case. If they rigged the shit out of it in 2020, and yet if you assume by 2020's own metrics, according to the day one returns, then that Trump would win by 5, in reality, he's probably going to win by double digits.
That may be a lot to ask, admittedly. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, like, at the end of the day, I don't care if he wins by 1 billion votes or by 1. If he wins, only thing that matters.
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table. Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
Literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
But hold on, you mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word. Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
Is that a problem?
Luis is second in the standings. Any strikes against him would be likewise disrupted. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her...
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Where?
You're kidding!
Kept you waiting, huh?
All right then.
Whatever.
Hey!
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm just...
Pocket sand.
A really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It's going to be all right. Don't worry.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
Sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne,
I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Try to calm your mind. Don't be so tense.
Fair enough. I suppose if I've any real weaknesses, it's that I don't know how to relax. That book. Is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Wanna read it?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne. Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people, and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest
Oh, boy.
mind takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch, or in it to win?
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can...
Oh, I forgot to say anything about this next, but have you heard about Asmongold?
Yeah, I heard that he got banned
Yeah.
for saying completely correct things.
And, you know, it's just a keen reminder that if Twitch ever starts watching our streams, we're doomed.
Yes. I even said as much to Santi. I said, man, if we were actually big on Twitch, dude, there'd be like thousands of gooners trying to fucking get me killed.
Mm-hmm. Gooners? The Michigan Firefighters Union decided not to endorse Kamala. I wonder if these things actually matter. I wonder if these endorsements actually motivate people to vote, whereas they would not have been motivated to vote otherwise.
Yes. I'd wager, even if we can't...
Almost certainly not. They may have in the past, and I think that's why people pay attention to them. These days, hell no. No one gives a shit.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy. And the real trick will be finding it. I wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
Yes. I've got a job to do.
Huh. Familiar words. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we are unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
This should be the place, right?
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. There a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it, weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up?
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
Are you lot here for this tournament then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
You have any idea who that is?
Why'd you show up in your bathrobe, dude?
An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that. Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types.
Boorish young man. What a great name.
Stuck-up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Maybe it's because we don't actually have to win?
Sharp as always, Captain. Don't worry. I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight? Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barton, a guard captain from Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old Castleton. Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
The way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
thank you.
Hey!
Let's focus.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll?
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You don't sound too sure about that.
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You may have already seen this, but I'm sending it to you anyway.
Speak so. In truth, I've just resigned.
Oh no, I have that account blocked.
Oh.
Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my...
He steals memes from other people.
Oh.
Is why. I get the exact same memes in my feed from the people who actually made it. He steals it for the content paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have him blocked.
Oh, okay. But did you see, can you see the picture?
Yeah, I've seen the picture. You know, it's a good one,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. But yeah, I just had that guy blocked.
Okay.
We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
It was not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight. Let's rest.
Alright guys, that's gonna do it for tonight. I got a couple things I gotta do. That'll take us past the 15-hour mark. And there's plenty more to do tomorrow, but for now, I will be getting on out of here. So,
What now?
thank you everybody for coming out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.